Hello, this is Eleanor Conway, and this edition of the Conway Report is so hot, you better run for cover.
Throw those curtains wide. One day like this a year, it'd see me right.
Cover versions, a blight in the career of our favourite artist, or an opportunity to rework a modern favourite, stylistically reinterpreting and giving said artist a credible, you're quite good at this music, lark, heads up, and therefore cementing the band's musical folklore. Thanks to Joe Wiley, we all know what covers are due to the Wiley Lively Lounge, and in a bid to propagate the never-ending circle of bands hungry for publicity in the already over-swamped musical landscape, more artists are forced to cover another band's song in the lure of securing coveted BBC One radio play. Sometimes they go well.
My face is chamois creased. If you think I wink, I did.
Sometimes they don't. But most people will grit their teeth and pretend it's okay. A bit like when your parents pretended to enjoy watching your school play when you were a kid. In the charts recently, it's been X Factor winner and general lager lout Leona Lewis, who's been praised for her ability not to do a rubbish version of a much-loved song. Yep, SnowPatrol's Run, second single from third album, Final Straw. But was reality show divas version the final straw for the original gangsters themselves? I caught up with Snow Patrol backstage in sunny Sydney for one of their V Festival Australia dates to ask them whether they preferred Leona's or their own. Leona Lewis, I know you probably don't want to talk about it. Leona Lewis did Run, cover of Run, didn't she? Didn't she?
We read about it, yes. We read about it.
I think so. I quite liked that, but I liked your version equally.
Well, you have to say that, don't you?
Well,
you're here now.
It was the original one, so yeah. There's.
I thought Leona added a bit of Whitney to your guys' songs, and you added a bit of sort of like indie boyness. You are indie like. Oh, I dig myself into a genre hole there.
Yeah, no, and we're watching you.
We didn't really add anything to the song because we made it.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't like that. But it's a totally different twist on it. Do you know what I mean? It's a totally different. It originates from a different place.
I mean, I don't know. It's a pop song. She's made it, and she's got a good voice. I'm not really into pop music, so I can't really comment on it. So.
Okay, no surprises there. But every so often, a cover version comes along that unifies or divides opinion. Amy Winehouse's cover of Valerie by the Zootons was everywhere, a bit like the bubonic plague. You couldn't escape it. But what about Snow Patrol? Did they prefer the new version? Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Or the original version?
Why don't you come on over, Valerie?
Is the original always better? Because, like, I don't know.
Normally originals are better. Yeah, there's not many cases where the original has been improved on, really, in the history of music.
What about Amy Winehouse's bloody Valerie? I quite liked that. I preferred that to the original.
I like the Zootons one as well, though. Yeah.
Would you like them in equal?
I think you get attached to the original as well. When you first hear it, that's the song you love. And that's what's difficult about it being redone. I think the good thing about Amy Winehouse's Valerie is that she did remake it in a way, whereas I think when people cover a song and they don't really add anything to it, or they don't really put their stamp on it, then you kind of think, well, what was there a need for that, you know?
Some people crazily thought that it was a wino original. Not me. Did the song creators, the Zootons, care? Did they heck? Those Liverpudlians were too busy driving in their gold-plated 5.0s down Mark Ronson Remix Boulevard. That's it for today's episode. My name is Eleanor Conway, and this is the Conway Report.
As a few